chicken at your local supermarket and butcher shop. Let's get Pete Best in here.
All right.
Former Beatle. Missed out on the big money as far as I could tell.
Well, let's see how he's doing. Maybe he's doing better than we think.
Still crazy after all these years, Robin. The original Beatle.
Yeah.
The unsung Beatle. Pete Best, what are you doing here? This is crazy. This is nuts. How are you, babe? Seriously, it's good to see you.
My pleasure.
Obviously the best-looking Beatle.
Yeah, now he is.
Oh, man, this is too nutty. I've been wanting to talk to you.
I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yeah.
A lot about you.
Have you really?
Yeah.
All bad things, I hope.
No.
No, nothing bad?
Good and bad.
What the hell are you doing in town? I thought you lived in England.
I'm over here for the convention.
Hey, this must... Hey, seriously, I got to ask you right off the bat, man. It must drive you... I mean, I guess even...
Does it drive you crazy?
Does it drive you crazy, man? All the money, all the women...
All the fame.
Like when you lay down at night and close your eyes.
Hey, when I lay down at night and close my eyes, that's the last thing I'm thinking of. I just want to think
Really?
of disease, you know.
Yeah,
It's,
getting asleep.
Yeah.
It didn't keep you up.
No, but
I ain't
seriously,
got any nightmares anymore, put it that way.
I mean, it must drive you crazy, right? I mean, me, personally, I would shoot myself. I swear to God I would.
I mean, okay, let's see. It cost me a lot of heartache and grief, okay, when I was kicked out. But
Yeah.
my lifestyle's changed. I mean, I quit show business in '68.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and
It's a rat race. Believe me, I'm in it, and I know.
Yeah,
Believe me,
Yeah,
show
we ought
business.
to quit it.
you know about it, you don't have to be told.
We've been in fact, tomorrow night we're playing the Ritz. I don't know if you're familiar with that hall, are you?
No. I'm not
1700.
familiar to New York, so, you know.
In fact, I'm going to... are you going to be in New York tomorrow night?
I might be. I never know.
Good. Maybe we'll have you down there, and you could do drums to prove that you are a great drummer.
Well, thank you.
I would like to do that. What do you say, Robin?
Do you still handle the sticks?
Do you still play drums?
Not professionally, Rob, but, you know, now and again I'll get on and
Yeah.
beat the hell out of them, see what goes.
Check this out.
Yeah!
Hang in. That's the drum solo from Abbey Road. What song is that, Freddie, that I said?
Oh, like Penny, what is it? Prudence.
Carry that way.
Carry That Way.
Carry That Way, all right.
Remember that? Do you ever listen to Beatle albums, or like you completely disgusted with those dudes? So you
No. I mean, you know, I don't sort of make a point of listening to them, but there's certain tracks I like, and
Yeah.
I'll play those over and over again.
Yeah.
Not the whole album, you know, not the whole setup or anything like that, but just the personal
Pete,
ones.
just tell me, because I don't know. What the hell happened?
Happened, yes.
I've heard the story that George Martin said you didn't play the drums well enough, and George booted you out of the band.
George?
George Martin, the producer.
Well, let's get it straight. George Martin turned around and said he wasn't happy with my drumming at that time, okay.
Right.
But he made a point of telling Brian Epstein, don't change the physical lineup of the group.
Right.
Okay, you know, there's the heartthrob, the appeal, all the rest of it.
Because all the girls loved you.
Yeah.
Well, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
That's the way it looked to you, huh?
You've gotten yours, I know. How many women would you say you've had your entire life? Seriously, maybe 150,000?
Well,
I don't know.
Say I lost count. Put it that way.
Really? Oh, man, you're so lucky. I swear to God. Oh, if only I could say that. Really, to have that many women.
So it was Epstein, you think?
No, I think basically what had happened, it got misconstrued. They had a guy called Andy White. George Martin said, okay, get Andy White, who's going to be at the convention, by the way. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Standing by.
We'll promote the convention, but first I want to get to the bottom of this. I want the definitive story.
Okay.
I mean, don't give me any bull. Tell me the true
I ain't going
story.
to give you no bull.
All right.
Okay. So what happened was, they had Andy White standing by, because George Martin wanted him to play over the drums, because
Right.
I laid Love Me Do Down, etc. In the meantime, I was kicked out, Ringo was brought in.
Ringo, he's no good. You're much better than Ringo.
Well,
Come on.
the reason it was given was that I wasn't a good enough drummer. That's what happened when I was going into Brian's office, because he was the guy who gave me the bad news.
Oh, man.
And I've always been adamant that I was a better drummer than Ringo, okay? And there's always an awful lot of drummers in Liverpool who back me up on that point.
Really?
Okay.
Listen, let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
you know, but the other Beatles, they weren't like great musicians at the time either.
Yeah, I mean, the
No, but the whole unit together made great sounds, you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of charisma about
So
it.
didn't you go to like McCartney and Lennon and say, hey, what the hell is this? What's this all about?
They weren't even there, Howard. Okay,
Oh,
they left it up to
man.
Brian.
Bunch of
There was
creeps.
no one in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Let me tell you, man, I'd be plenty angry.
I was angry, but you got to take into consideration I was dumbfounded and devastated as well.
Did you ever talk to them about it?
Saw them on 3 occasions after I was kicked out, because I was playing with a band called Lee Curtis and the All-Stars.
Uh-huh.
And we played on the same bill as them twice.
Mm-hmm.
Close as what we are here now, and you know,
Right.
we passed between one another. There was no communication.
Oh.
And 23 years later, there's been no personal contact.
You know, I never liked those Beatles.
Hey, let's just say the Beatles make great music, but personally, man, they leave a lot to be desired. Not good people.
No.
I mean, that's the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
They should have at least sent you like at least $5 million just to.
Well, I wouldn't have sent it back. I'd have accepted it. I'm not proud.
It's the kind of thing where at least they should have said, okay, well, hey, he was there from the beginning.
Right, Ringo wasn't there. Ringo didn't stay in those grubby hotels or those little rooms.
Yeah,
Hotels? We never saw a hotel. Are you kidding?
Yeah, and he didn't get the crap beat out of him in front of like pubs and stuff.
He didn't play for gangsters in Germany.
Yeah, Ringo's got your money.
That's right. He's got your wife too.
That's right. He's got your wife. You should be married
When I left home.
That's right. So where are you living now? England?
I'm still in Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, and married?
Married, yeah.
Kids?
Kids, 2 girls, 21 and 18.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Family's where it's at. Let me tell you. But you're in town promoting a...
Beatles convention.
Now, what about that? The Beatles convention.
Well, this is something which has been hosted by Liverpool Productions, called Rosenay, and it's taking place at the Plaza Hotel in New Haven, 14th, 15th and 16th of this week. And they invited me over as a special guest because I've also got a book out, so I'm utilising that to promote the book.
Yeah, what is the book about?
The book's called...
Not the book, the book.
The book, yes.
It's English.
Excuse me, book.
The book. What the hell's wrong with you, Robin?
I'm sorry.
The book.
It's called Beatle, the Pete Best Story, and it's been released on Dell Publishing in the States.
Hey, I'm going to buy that.
So that's the whole story.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
And you
Of
tell
your
the
time
whole
with
story.
If you can read it, it's a great story. It covers everything. You know, it's got my particular side of the story, the funny side, the drama, the tragedy, the anecdotes.
Now, did John ever get it on with Brian Epstein? Is that a true story?
Now, which ones is he talking about, Howard?
No, not Brian Epstein.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah, Brian Epstein. Remember, they were always saying that John had a
That Brian was
homosexual
in
thing?
love with John?
Brian was a homo and was in love with John.
Well, let's see if I can put some light on the story. The first proposition that Brian ever made to anyone in the band was to me, actually.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey,
That-
so?
that's in the book.
Did you give him any?
No.
You see, that's why you got thrown out. I knew it.
Okay, it was cut and dried. The
Now,
proposition.
this is one hell of a boot.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah? Oh, so Brian Epstein, what did he do? He, came up to you after a Beatles concert and said, hey, come on, give me some?
No, we just turned around and said, we're going for a drive on the way out to Blackpool, which is about 30 miles outside of Liverpool, which we normally did. And in the car, he sort of turned around and said, Pete, do you want to stay the night? I turned around and said, no.
No way, man. No wonder he kicked
cut
you
and
out.
dried, and no further mention was made about it. But going back to the point you made before, Howard, about John and Brian Epstein, I don't know. I've read about it, but whether it's true or not, hey, I'm not the guy to turn around and
I know he stayed with the group. That's all I know.
All I know is he didn't get kicked out and you did. Maybe he gave him some.
Well,
See?
everyone's to their own opinion.
You know, every time you give something to someone, you know what I'm saying. Do you ever regret not giving them anything?
No. Far from it.
What about Yoko? You know Yoko?
No, I've never had the pleasure of meeting her.
She's not
Now,
so
do you
great.
ever hear from any of the Beatles now?
No, that's the funny thing, Robin.
Yeah.
Nothing at all, no communication at all whatsoever.
Is there a disc jockey named Scott Muni trying to pal up to you at all?
I've had a couple of words with him.
Oh, yeah? Is he trying to be like your best... Pete, as you know, I'm the 98th Beatle. The Beatles, I was wondering if we could hang out together, maybe just be seen together somewhere. Is he trying to be like your best friend?
No. He
He
was very appreciative, actually. You know,
He doesn't try to hang out with you and stuff?
Well, I've only seen him for about half an hour.
Oh, because he's like an old nitwit who's trying to act like he's 18, playing records for people, and he's always trying to hang around with celebrities. So I was just
Well,
wondering.
you're telling me things I don't know.
No, I know. You like him, but I don't. I mean, I guess I like him too.
Yeah, you don't have any reason not to.
So, did you used to have like wild sexual orgies in the early days with the Beatles?
Yep.
You did?
Now, wait a minute, I remember something about you had some like really pretty girlfriend
Oh, I wish I had had that.
in Germany, wasn't it?
man.
What
Well,
was
we
that?
had a lot of pretty girlfriends in Germany.
Oh, man,
You know,
really
and in
nice.
Liverpool.
A lot of
Yeah.
sweater meat?
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be quite honest. You look at the guys, 18-year-olds in Germany, okay, middle of Sin City, San Pauli, hardest, vice center of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We get there, we take the German audience by storm.
Mm-hmm.
Girls were falling over themselves to go to bed with us. We're not going to refuse that, are we?
Yeah, I guess you can't.
Oh, man, I wish I...